Good morning or afternoon if that is where you happen to be in the world. I am Sandra from Ever Changing Life, and our life has changed so much recently that it's very difficult to remain optimistic. Because we just don't know what's going on. I'm recording this May 12th, 2020, in case this is viewed later, and we are in the middle of COVID-19, and we are apparently opening up the world, at least our province, to more services, and it's an anxious time. But today, I really wanted to talk about gratitude, because gratitude is something we can actually produce no matter what is going on. Gratitude has a direct impact on our energy, and it is something that we can actually use to help boost our energy level. Not our physical energy level, but our mental and emotional energy level. So gratitude actually gratitude actually impacts our energy, and it actually gives us a boost of serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone. So practicing gratitude is really, really important. And if you can write it down, that makes things even better. It processes in our brain differently if we can write it down. So starting a gratitude journal, and it doesn't have to be a journal, it can just be a book that you have by your bed, and every day you write down what you're grateful for. Now I keep looking down because my camera is now way higher than I was anticipating it being, and I did have some notes to make sure I didn't miss anything for you. So what are you grateful for? I want you to ask yourself that question. Can you feel any gratitude for anything at this time? I know when things are difficult and we're in a state of stress, feeling gratitude is not the first thing on our to-do list, but we really need to stop and think about what we're thinking and how it makes us feel. Because we don't always get to choose the thoughts that pop up into our heads, but we do get to choose the thoughts we keep. So keep that in mind as well. We get to choose our thoughts. So if you get to choose your thoughts, why wouldn't you choose ones that made you feel better? And gratitude can do that. So let's explore some of the things that you may have gratitude for, or could have gratitude for. I know several people have gotten new pets at this time, not just for their children, but for them. It's a form of love, and it's something that they can touch and pet and connect with. So it's really helping people's attitudes about what's going on. It's really helping people feel love at this time when things are a little crazier. I'm grateful that the sun is shining today. We've had about a week of overcast weather, and I really like the sun. I don't necessarily like being out in it, but I really like seeing it. It makes me feel good. So I'm extremely grateful for the sun today. I've been grateful for the rain, because the rain helps things green up in spring. It helps freshen things up. I love the smell after a fresh rain. I'm so grateful for rain. Rain actually helps clean my steps so that not only do I not have to, it makes it easier it makes it cleaner for other people. I'm also so grateful I don't have to mow my own lawn or shovel snow in that season. I live in a condo, and I've done that on purpose because that's not my favorite things to do. I would rather spend my time doing other things. So I'm so grateful that someone else is doing that for me. I'm also extremely grateful that I have a roof over my head and that I like where I live. I like my house. I like the area I live in. There's a shopping mall right across the street. Just about everything I could possibly want is right here. I don't have to go very far. It's my choice as to what I do and how long it takes me. So I'm extremely grateful for that. I'm extremely grateful that I have internet right now. Even though I had some difficulties getting online this morning, I'm extremely grateful for internet at this time. Internet has allowed me to connect with a ton of people while we are isolated. And I'm just so grateful that we have that option, because 50 years ago we didn't have internet. Our lives would have looked so much different than they do today. So I am so grateful for internet. I am so grateful that my kids who live in New York, I have a daughter who's married to an American citizen, and my daughter is now an American citizen, and they live in New York City. They live right in Manhattan. I am so grateful that they are both safe and healthy, and that they're both able to continue working at this time. They're just doing it at home. So I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful to be in Canada. Grateful to be safe at home. I know there are people who are stuck in different places in the world and can't get home right now. I'm so grateful that I'm at home right now. There is always, always something to be grateful for, no matter what the situation. Now, it took me a few days to recognize that I had gratitude after my partner passed away, but I was so grateful that he didn't suffer longer than he did. That what took him quickly. Now, I would have loved more time with him, but I am so grateful for the time I got. The time I got was so magical that I can't feel anything but gratitude for the time. I could choose to feel loss, but I'm choosing to feel gratitude. Gratitude makes me feel closer to him, closer to the experience. It makes me happier. So why wouldn't I choose that? So gratitude is something you should be looking at every day. It's something you should be trying to find the things you are grateful for in your life. And there is always something to be grateful for. So put that book or a journal beside your bed and mark it as your gratitude journal, and every day write down at least 5 things. I try to count 10 that I'm grateful for every single day, because being grateful can help change how you feel about life. It can help raise your energy level so that you are attracting the things you want rather than the things you don't. So here is a way that you can actually change how you feel about something. So when you find yourself thinking, oh, it's raining again. I cannot believe it's raining again. I am so tired of seeing the rain. You need to recognize that you're having that thought and that feeling, and stop and say to yourself, is there another way I can look at this? And you can. There is always another way you can look at it. So when it's raining and I'm feeling like, oh, rain again, like I said at the beginning, we've had a week of overcast weather and I'm so grateful for the sun. It doesn't mean I wasn't grateful for the rain and the overcastness as it was happening. We need those things as well. So when you find yourself in that position of feeling like this again, stop yourself and say, how can I choose to change that thought? So how I change that thought is, it's raining, and that's going to help the trees grow. It's going to help the grass grow. Right now, it's going to help things green up. It's helping those trees to leaf out, which for me, I love leafy trees, and it's going to start them blooming, the ones that bloom. And I've got this ornamental cherry tree right outside my front door. And when it blooms in bright pink, and I cannot wait to see those blossoms again, because not only do they smell good, they look beautiful. So I'm so grateful for the rain to be coming now, so that those trees can have the water that they need and push the nutrients down into their roots so that they can do what it is that they're supposed to be doing. So while I'm not excited that it's overcast and raining, I am absolutely excited that it is going to help other things along. It's going to help the grass grow. It's going to help the trees grow. It's going to clean off my front steps. And I love the smell after a good rain. Nothing better than a good rain to help clear the air. So there it is. Gratitude can help you feel better. So if you want to feel better, start practicing gratitude. Start writing those things down in your journal, because writing them down will help you to process them differently than just having that thought. You remember things far better when you write them down. You can actually go back and look in your journal 5 days from now when you're not feeling much gratitude at all. You can go back and look and say, okay, I may not be feeling gratitude, but what was I grateful for at one time? Maybe I can use that again to help me feel better. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, Pat, Patricia, Candy. It was so great that you joined me on my show today. If you would like more information about gratitude or what I do with helping people in transition, you can contact me at my website, www.everchanginglife.ca, which is shown behind me, and I think it's shown backwards today because I'm on my phone and not on my computer. You have to love technology. I am so grateful that I had a second option to be able to provide this to you today, since my computer was not working properly. Hopefully I'll get that all fixed for next week. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I hope you have the most amazing day and bask in gratitude. Have a great day.